I remember the triumphant entry, that festival feeling, the prophetic and contemptuous entrance, our rabbi on a donkey. "Hosanna is he who comes in the name of the Lord," was roared as the crowd glimpsed who he was. Anointed by their songs, cloaks and palm leaves, and later by holy oil and tears, the smashed jars of alabaster, the outpouring of past sadness and present gladness, this woman represented all of us who had tasted death and now drank in life. I remember the upper room after we had shared the Passover. He took bread and said, "This is my body broken," and we would witness. He took the cup announcing, "This is my blood poured out for forgiveness." And later he got up, wrapped a towel around his waist, and we watched with bated breath as he poured water into a basin, lowering himself to a servant's stature by washing our feet and taking what was dirty and making it clean. That night, where mysterious truths were told over bread and wine, of the old and new covenants, those hints of death to life. I remember the Garden of Gethsemane, the oil press, where a suffering cup would be tasted by the man of sorrows, who had summoned his closest to stay a while and pray together, but tired eyes and weary feet betrayed us. Then kisses and silver betrayed him. As soldiers came to arrest and followers fled, even Peter, the quickest to reach for a sword or swear by his word, would fall into a silence that betrayed the truth, reminding all, as the cockerel cried, that we who had been brought from death to life had left him to die. I remember the courtroom, the silent protest, the mocking and beatings from men under authority, the conspiracy between some of the leaders of the Pharisees and military, desperate to make an example out of any revolutionaries, where justice washed his hands of the blood and handed our Lord over to be crowned with thorns, swayed by the same crowd that days earlier had praised Hosanna, now raged for his death. I remember Golgotha, the place of the skull. We had watched him struggle with and on that cross. We watched as he trusted his mother into the care of John and promised paradise to the thief on the right side. We heard him cry, "Why have you forsaken me? And forgive them." As clouds fell and curtain ripped and the land grew dark, he declared, "It is finished," and breathed his last. He who was the most alive person we ever knew was now dead and buried in a sealed tomb. I remember the empty grave, the cloth folded, stone rolled, the stinging tears in my eyes as I cried, "They've taken my Lord away." And after what felt like an eternity of waiting, I heard him say my name, Mary. I heard him sending me to spread the news of his ascending, the ending of our time of sorrow and strife. Suddenly, it was as if the seasons had changed from winter to spring. And all I could speak of was his resurrection from death to life.